A183 eastbound from Pension Monument going towards the A19, and we're going to join the A19 northbound towards the Tyne Tunnel. Approaching the left hand lane. The sign on the road tells us that we're in the right lane. Do a mirror check. Guide ourselves into the left lane. Indicate. And exit the roundabout onto the slip road in the left hand lane. Quick mirror check again. And continue in the left hand lane. Now if we're going to come off at the next exit, this slip road becomes a lane, so we would stay in it. If we're going to travel further northbound, we would need to go into the middle lane there. A19 south, we're going to exit onto the A183 west, Sunderland Chesney Street, same roundabout going in the opposite direction. Here we are in the slip road lane. Now we know we're going to be slowing down, so we check our mirrors. Also, is anybody going to cut in from the right hand side? Now we're going right, so we're going to aim for that right hand lane. Mirror checks again because we're slowing down. And again, and now we're going to indicate right. The lights are on green, so we can go straight through them. Now currently we're in the right hand lane, but it becomes the middle lane when this lane, right hand lane, pops out of the roundabout. Ignore that lane, keep in this lane. This is now the middle lane. And as we go around, it remains the middle lane, and we need to exit into this left hand lane. So we're going to do our mirror checks, we're going to signal, and we're going to move over. And we exit the roundabout in the left hand lane. A19 north, exiting onto the A1231 east towards Sunderland and the Stadium of Light. Now we're in the slip road lane. Now just watch for any cars that may cut in from your right hand side. Keep on those mirrors. Checking those mirrors. We're going to be slowing down and cars may cut in from the right hand side at the last minute. Now we're going to head for the right hand lane, A1231, not this left hand one. And this lane then splits into two. We take the left hand option. We're indicating right. Watch our lanes. So we were in the left hand lane, it now becomes the middle lane. 1231 Sunderland. Now as we go round, we need to make sure that we exit in the left hand lane. Keep an eye on those lines and those dots that will guide us in there. Mirrors and indicate left because we're coming off. And nicely exit in the left hand lane of the A1231. Now we're on the A19 southbound. We're going to exit onto the A1231 east. It's a Sunderland Gateshead turn off, and at the top we're going to go left first exit towards Sunderland. Approaching the left hand lane. be slowing down, and we're turning off, so we mirrors and we indicate left. Guide ourselves into the slip road, and because we're going left first exit, we need to aim for the left hand lane on the slip road. Split into 3 lanes, we remain in the left hand lane. And there's our lane highlighted, and we exit the roundabout nicely in the left hand lane. Now we're on the A1231 eastbound. We're going to remain on the A1231. We're coming from the direction of Washington towards Sunderland. We're following the road ahead. It's the second exit. You may be on an independent drive, in which case it would be remain on the 1231 towards Sunderland. Now you can see here that we're going to turn into 3 lanes, and that is telling us that the 1231 is in the left hand and middle lane, so we pick the left hand option. Mirrors indicate move across. Mirror check again because we're going to be slowing down. As we approach the roundabout, we check our mirrors again. Now if we head towards, as if we want to crash into that signpost, we seem to follow the lines. There's our lines on the right hand side, and we literally, as if we're going to crash into that post and then turn, keeps us in the left hand lane. Mirror checks and signal and exit the roundabout in the left hand lane. This is the A1231 westbound from the direction of the test centre towards the A19, and we're going onto the A19. Maybe an independent driver, follow signs of the Tyne Tunnel. When we get the roundabout, it will be right third exit. So this is the roundabout prior to the A19 roundabout that we'll be targeting. We exit in the left hand lane, but we will need to be in the right hand lane. Now we can see here, left hand lane says A19 south, right hand A19 north. A19 north we need to be in, so we need to be mirror, signal, move across. Check our mirrors again. Now we're in the right hand lane of 2. 3 lanes appear. The 2 to our left are both for A19 south. Ours is A19 north, which is in the right hand lane. Through the lights go. Now we're in the middle lane. Remain in this middle lane, because as it goes further around the roundabout, it will end up being the left hand lane. And there we are, head for that signpost and then turn right as you get into it. Nice and safely, left hand lane. And we'll mirrors and indicate, keeping our left hand lane, and away we go down the slip road in the left hand lane. Now as we come down the slip road, we check our mirrors and we signal and we move over to the main carriageway. Now this is the same approach, A1231 westbound from the direction of the test centre. This time we continue on the A1231, following the signs to Gateshead. On the roundabout it would be following the road ahead, second exit. Same starting point for the approach, and keep it in the left hand lane. So for Washington and Gateshead, we're going to be going straight on at the roundabout second exit. There we are. Left hand lane is telling us Washington. That's great. Now at this point, another lane is going to appear to the left. It is for A19 South only, so we guide ourselves into the middle lane. And then we'll head as if we're going to crash into the signposts and turn at last minute. We're now the left hand lane again. Mirrors and indicate off. Now this also has a slip road coming up from the A19 north, so we've just got to keep an eye on any vehicles on our left hand side. We have right of way, but we need to just keep an eye on them. Same roundabout, same approach. A1231 westbound from the test centre on the A19 south this time. Following the signs to T-side, it's left first exit. We'll check our mirrors on the approach. And as we're approaching the roundabout, again this extra lane appears. Now this time we do want to be in it. Now there is lines across it, so you must mirror and indicate. There's our lane, and we go down the slip road in the left hand side. This is the A1290 ferryboat lane going onto the A19. We go across the top of the A19 at lights and then come down onto it. Now here's the approach. Few signs will be coming up for a bend and traffic lights, and you can't see them, they're obscured because of the trees. So there they are, so we need to be checking our mirrors. There's one for the traffic lights. Okay, so we're following the road ahead at the moment. And here are the first set of lights. As we go across, you can see the sign there to say that to go on the A19 we need to be in the right hand filter lane. And here it is, not that one, this one. Now our lights there have just turned to red. You'll see the ones on the left hand side there, they're on green there, with an arrow to say straight forward, but our lights are on red. And once it turns to green, everything else will be stopped, so we turn into the left hand lane and go down the slip road in the left hand lane. This is the same approach, A1290 ferryboat lane, but this time we're going to continue straight ahead of the lights to stay on the 1290. So there's the lights we were at before, and there's a sign on the left hand side to say that we're going straight on, so we need the left hand lane. The left hand lane we need to be in. Lights are on green, we continue ahead. Now the way that it brings us onto this, it then puts us in the right hand lane and we need to be in the left hand, so we check our mirrors, indicate and move across. You see by the arrows on the right hand side that moves the traffic over, that it then becomes one lane. Now this is the Testos roundabout, the one that tends to give people the most problems. This is probably one of the easiest bits, the A19 northbound, and we're going left first exit on the A184 west. So we're in 3 lanes, and our lane will become a filter lane. There's a roundabout sign coming up. Remember, check our mirrors always when we're going to be slowing down. You see from the signs on the left and the arrows on the road that we're in the filter lane. A184 west. We turn it. Now what we will be doing is we are now in a giveaway situation to anything that's on the right hand side, so we need to be checking our mirrors and moving over, indicating and moving over. That's the same roundabout, and this is the one that causes most people problems, this manoeuvre here, which is A19 northbound going on to the A184 east towards Bolden. It's right third exit. So approach in the left hand lane. Now there another lane appears as from the slip road from the A1290. We don't want to be in that. We continue in what is now the middle lane. Now we need to be over to our right hand side, so we need to be checking our mirrors. There's a sign. Check our mirrors, indicate right and move over. Now another lane is going to appear on our right hand side and we need to be in it. There's the sign. There's the sign. There's no lines to cross, so no need to indicate as long as we just check our mirrors and guide ourselves into it. Now as we go around the roundabout, we're hugging the curb to our right hand side, but we'll need to exit in the left hand lane. Very important, this one. It's a very tight turn at the end of it, or you end up cutting across the lanes. So there's our lane there. We need to head towards that sign that says Port of Tyne. That one there. And look how tight it is. So we really are getting right up close to that sign. And we turn right at the last second. And we're in the left hand lane. Mirrors a signal to exit, and we exit into the left hand lane. Test those roundabout again, A184 westbound onto the A19 south left first exit. Now on the approach it's just a single lane at first. Now as we approach, what we're going to see is a left hand lane appear and we need to be in it. There it is. So we do our mirror checks and we signal into it. And then at the lights, we'll just exit onto the A19 south in the left hand lane. Test us roundabout again at A19 northbound. We're going to continue on the A19 north. You might be on an independent drive, follow the signs of the Tyne Tunnel. It is follow the road ahead and a second exit. So we don't need to be in that left hand lane. That will become a filter lane. So we need to be in this middle lane. We're going straight on at the roundabout. Do our mirror checks because we know we're going to be slowing down. So as that filter lane filters off, we're now in the left hand lane. And we're going to be going in that direction. We're going to be heading for that sign there. Again, one of these that you look as if you're going to crash into the sign and then turn right at the last minute. And as the lights change, you can see our lane, if we keep that to our right hand side, Here we go around, turn at the last minute, and we're in our left hand lane. Mirror checks and signal off the roundabout, exit onto the A19 north. Again, test those roundabout. This time we're on A19 southbound, and we're going to continue onto the A19 south. Maybe independent drive, saying follow the signs to T side, where it's basically follow the road ahead, second exit. So 2 lanes on the approach. See the roundabout sign, reduce speed now. Mirror check so you know what's behind you. Now another lane is going to appear on the left hand side. Now that sign says all 3 lanes can go A19, so we're going to keep in the left hand option, move across, so add the lights in the left hand lane. Again, we're going to head for the signpost as if we're going to crash into it. We follow our lane and turn nicely into the left hand lane and exit the roundabout in the left hand lane. So here we're on the A19 northbound, and we're going to turn on the Headworth lane. The instruction will be next exit on the left, and they are the notorious hairpin bends. Now we get no signposts from this one. All we get are the 3, 2, 1 markers as we count down towards the exit. There's the 3. So we're checking our mirrors and we're indicating. There's the 2. There's the 1. Now we need to be off our gas, we need to be slowing down because we need to be going from 5th gear to 3rd gear here, because it's a very tight bend. So we're getting into 3rd gear here, and nice and smoothly turn on that hairpin bend. So that was the hairpin bend off the A19. This is the hairpin bend onto the A19 from Abingdon Way, north of Bowden Cinema, onto the A19 south. So as we come through the lights, it's 40 miles an hour, and we'll be seeing a national speed limit of 60 miles an hour, but we're not going to get up to that. We're checking our mirrors because we know we're going to be slowing down. Check those mirrors again, and here is this hairpin bend. Now 3rd gear, check what traffic is coming from your right hand side, because you need to be on that right hand mirror, you need to be signalling, you need to be looking at your blind spot, and you need to be getting over when it's safe and getting up to speed. You're on a 70 mile an hour road here.